on the John Tesh Radio Show.
So, for a man like me with an Italian wife who's an amazing cook, this is the best news ever. Here it is. Pasta, in and of itself, does not make us fat. Increasing your light exposure during the day and then decreasing it after dark helps synchronize your internal clock and is proven to boost moods. So the next time you're the grumpy one, get a dose of a cat video and you're going to feel better. I promise.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike's Got Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Never mind that. We have bigger issues.
Really? Bigger than a helicopter?
Your parents are going to be here for the big dinner, and the garbage disposal is making some crazy noise, and it wasn't Christmas music.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you tried shoving an entire sack of potatoes down the disposal.
It wasn't the entire sack, just most of it.
Now's not the time for more jokes, Mr. Funny Man.
Well, I did try to fix it, but...
Do you have to do this every holiday?
No, I did skip Easter.
What did we agree the rules are?
No more circus animals in the house.
No, not that one.
Oh, if water runs through it, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Because they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. So put down the blowtorch and pick up the phone.
Yes, dear. 866-314-4443.
And why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Oh, that? Black Friday sale.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Mike Scott Plumbing.
Time to get up. It is 17 minutes after 7 o'clock, and you are listening to your radio. And it's tuned. I happen to know this. It's tuned to WOCA The Source, and we are broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, where you too can get an egg roll, Robin.
Yeah, they're good too.
I like egg rolls.
They're really good. They have egg rolls and spring rolls, but I like egg rolls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, 57 degrees right now. 78 is the expected high today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and it's about the same in Thursday, a cooling trend. Friday, some rain ushers in some cool temperatures, so by the time Kevin Christian is doing the parade broadcast on Saturday.
It'll be cold. Yay!
Cold! It'll be cold, and I'm naming Kevin because Kevin Christian is in the studio with Dr. Heidi Maier. We're going to be visiting with them again today. Good morning, Kevin and Heidi. How are you?
Hi, good.
Good to see
How
you
are
both. Don't you like when it's cold at the parade? Don't you like that?
It is so much more enjoyable when it's cold. Both as a host and as a spectator. There we go. It's so much more enjoyable when it's cold.
I think so. I agree.
As a spectator and as the host, yes.
I agree. One of the things I love about the Ocala Christmas Parade is that it's at night.
Yes.
I love the dark.
It is the longest nighttime Christmas parade in the entire state of Florida. Longest running.
And it is our second parade of the Christmas season. We saw the Macy's parade this year.
Oh, my goodness, that's right.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Well, this is no Macy's Day Parade, but we put our own stamp on it.
No, I disagree. I think it's a wonderful parade.
It's a great parade.
It really is a great parade. You guys do such a great job on the broadcast, and it's such a great opportunity to see it over and over again for the whole month.
And, of course, now it's on YouTube, so it's accessible 24/7.
Oh, yes, yes. That's right. That's right. I like that, too. I think that's why I looked at it last year. I mean, I looked at it live. Yeah. You know, because we do a thing, too, but we don't even compete with you. We are goofing. If Robin wasn't there, we would have no clue. Joe and Dan and I would
have no clue that she wasn't there?
No, we would have no clue what was passing by. I would say,
I just wanted to clarify that.
There's a band.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for editing me. But no, we would say, there's a band. But Robin says, no, that's not a band. That is the Lake Weir High School band.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then she'll give us the history of the band directors, and she knows all that stuff. So good morning again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me tell you what we're doing after you guys are out of here.
That was a fast 40 minutes.
You got
fast
some,
it goes.
Doctor, you have some people wanting you to comment on charter schools. You saw that on Facebook, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
Good.
But I also have the 80s trivia thing for you.
Okay. Okay.
Because I
I'm
saw that. I
excited.
saw you were anticipating that, so I prepared for this. Galen Unold at 8:05. Of course, we're going to talk to Galen about the parade, as a matter of fact. But in Galen's case, what we're going to talk about is things to do while you're waiting for the parade. Because sometimes you're sitting around waiting, so I have some things you can do. There's a scavenger hunt idea on here I like.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say donate blood.
You could donate blood. Yeah, that's...
I love that. Galen will love
That would be a lot of blood, wouldn't it? How many people usually line up for the parade? 30,000?
No, there are over 60,000.
60,000?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
You have to consider the parade route runs from Southeast 25th Avenue, and there are people that line up on 25th Avenue. Then it turns the corner and comes west on the boulevard, all the way down to Northeast 8th Avenue. So that's a significant amount of...
Do you know what I want to tell you? Per capita, we do better than New York. New York has 8 million people in it, and 3 million people were along that parade route,
Yeah.
they said. But Ocala has, 55,000 in the city itself? Isn't that
Something like that, yes.
Yeah. And 60,000 come for the
Over
parade.
60,000, yes.
So per capita, we do better.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Let's see. Bern Pareso at 9:05. She's our medical reporter. Bob Wines, Lori Williams will be talking to us about things like this beautiful poinsettia. Is it blocking your view? Let me see if I can see you, Kevin, on here.
It's beautiful.
Oh, no. You guys look good.
They look
You got
fabulous.
a plant. You got Kevin. You got Dr. Maier.
And you can't see
the
the Christmas
tree.
tree.
You
though.
can see the tree.
you? Okay.
You can
Yeah.
see the mannequin Santa.
Oh, that's right. Your camera's up there now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
moved it.
Well, that way you can see me. There's my hands, and there's Robin over there.
You didn't decorate the apple tree, though.
Yeah,
Larry.
it's naked.
We need to have
Oh, it needs an
some
ornament.
tinsel or an
But
ornament.
it could be
or
like a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. With one ornament on it. Or in the bowl, anyway.
Do you know Robin bought a baseball in New York, and it's got on the leather, it's got the subway map printed on it, and she's making it into an ornament,
Yeah, that way I like
Interesting.
hanging stuff like
just
that
like
on my tree.
a memory of the year, I guess, right?
Yeah. I always date things and hang them up, so.
Author Carl Brookins will be on the air with us. He's been with us before. His book is called Grand Lac.
Yep.
Is that right? Grand Lac. John Bacon is coming on to talk to us about ham.
I missed that.
I'm joking.
He's going to talk about himself.
I'm just talking. No, he's talking about the largest man-made detonation ever. What? The largest man-made detonation of a bomb?
It's the 100th anniversary of the Halifax explosion, which was the largest man-made detonation ever prior to the A-bomb,
Oh, wow. Okay.
December the 6th.
Do you know about that?
I don't.
Me either. I don't know about it. Alicia. Is Alicia coming on?
Yes, she is.
Alicia is coming on. She is a fashion designer. We met with Alicia. We went to a coffee shop on the 3rd floor of a vertical mall in New York. Yeah.
She's a nice gal.
We didn't know her until that day. We spoke to her, but we didn't know what she looked like. So Robin's on the phone talking to her, and I'm standing there, and then I see this woman pass by on the phone. I say, I wonder if that could be her. And I say, are you Alicia? Yes, I am.
She's pretty much
Oh,
fun.
we got more than that?
Yeah,
Okay.
page 2.
It's page 2. We got a long day, Kevin. Another radio host is coming on. We love other radio hosts. Captain Savaho. Oh, that sounds like a radio
No, that's
host.
the book.
Oh, that's the book. Captain Savaho.
Yeah.
Show them the cover. They're going to like this
E.
one.
Kane is the.
This is one you don't want in the schools. In the school libraries. No.
No, this
She's
is.
putting her glasses on. Yeah, you don't want that. Okay. Dr. Sandra.
Okay.
I know we run the gamut.
Dr. Sandra Moldovan is an award-winning periodontist talking to us about our teeth and diabetes.
Oh.
Okay. And Kojo, the rap artist, is coming into the studio. Gosh, we got a lineup today,
It's a
don't
very
we?
diverse lineup.
Yeah, we got a very diverse. Well, so good morning again to you guys.
Great to see you.
How you doing?
Yay.
You ready for Christmas?
Absolutely.
Are you really?
I am.
Do you have another album coming out?
Next year.
Nice.
Is that a good
Looking
answer?
forward to it. That's a great answer.
I was listening to your album this morning, by the way.
Well, thank
In
you.
preparation for Christmas. I got a couple of songs because this has been down. So and I've had Christmas songs in this computer forever.
Oh.
But this year I had to start redoing them again, and so I
Yes.
put some of yours in there.
Well, you're very kind.
You need to sing more. Who do people tell you sound like?
Nobody's.
Kevin.
Yeah,
He's
nobody's
unique.
ever said
Well,
that I
that's
sound
true.
like me.
Although I do have a request. I would
Okay.
like you to do a cover version of Wham's Last Christmas.
Last
please.
Christmas. Okay.
Yes.
We'll have to get creative on the piano for
Heidi
that song.
loves
You like
Wham.
the song?
I love that.
Why do you like
We
this
heard
song?
that song this weekend. We were somewhere and it was blasting out of the speakers. That was great.
And nobody does it like Wham. You know, it's like the original artist. Nobody ever does it as good as the original artist.
I think you'd be good though.
That's it.
Instantaneously.
Oh, lip syncing. Do lip syncing.
Could it be karaoke in the morning?
Yeah, karaoke.
No, you don't want me to sing.
Dr. Mayer, karaoke. That was good. That was good. Now, you sound like Barry Manilow a little bit to me.
Barry Manilow. Well, you know, I'll take that as a compliment. You know, he used to be Bette Midler's pianist and then broke out on his own and has had an incredible career and is still making music.
Yeah,
Wrote
yeah.
the McDonald's jingle.
I know. You wrote a lot
So
of jingles.
he is set
Yeah.
for life and then some.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would say. So you got a more pleasant voice than him.
Well, thank you.
All right, so yeah, we're going to talk about things. So let's see, what are the people asked? Should we do the fun stuff first, and then we'll go to the silly stuff? You want to do it? You want to do a trivia?
Sure.
Christmas
Let's do
80s
it.
trivia? So, because we're not
Is
at
it
the bottom
Christmas
yet.
80s or just 80s?
Christmas 80s.
Ooh.
Christmas
Yay.
80s.
Double
okay, ready?
whammy. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Double whammy. So you got the whammy. Okay, so who did this? Wait. There was a good one on here. Who's this? Okay, and who did it? I mean, what is this? Do you know it? Oh, she knows it. It's coming to her.
That's the Pretenders.
And do you remember the song?
Christmas. It's Christmas time.
Do you know?
She's got me. No.
It's 2,000 miles is what it's called.
But isn't the chorus though?
Yeah, something about
Yeah.
Christmas, yeah. Yeah, it's like Santa
Something
Claus
about Christmas.
travels 2,000 miles. He never gets to L.A. or something like that. Do you remember?
Oh, that was really obscure.
Here's one. Here's one you like. I know you know.
Oh, Bing Crosby and David Bowie.
Yeah.
boy, no.
Yeah. Did you ever do this one with anybody?
Yeah, we've done it in our church musical before with a whole line of field percussionists.
Oh, nice.
Fabulous.
Nice.
Fabulous.
Oh, here's one. See if you remember this guy. This guy was something else.
Gifts I'm preparing for some Christmas sharing, but I pause because hang in my stocking, I can hear a
Nothing.
Sounds a little bit like Louis Armstrong, just a little bit, but that's not who it is.
Do you remember the New York Dolls? Do you remember that group?
I don't.
Buster Poindexter.
Mr. Poindexter, good for you.
Wow.
Listen to you.
Wow, good job.
I'm not worthy.
Put you on Jeopardy.
Do I have enough time to do another one? We'll get to the serious stuff after the bottom.
Okay.
All right, so we're not done yet. Okay, here. Oh, this one you'll both get. We all know this one and love this one.
Annie
Walking
Lennox.
in Wonderland.
Yes, yes, yes.
Lennox. A very special Christmas Volume 1 with the red cover.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Your children are so lucky that they have such a
Oh, how about
rockin'
this
mom,
one? How
let
about
me
this
tell
one?
ya.
It's like an old Michael Jackson song.
Yeah.
Jackson 5. Oh, that's
The Waitresses.
The Waitresses is right. Did you know that?
I was going to say the Bengals, but
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Christmas wrapping is what it's called. How about this one? Do you know this one?
that's Kevin Christian.
It
It's so
Kevin
weird
Christian.
to hear yourself.
That's the best.
Listen to this Barry Manilow-esque song. So soulful.
baby boy is Lord of all creation.
That is a great
You
song.
know, it's interesting.
You got to sing more on your
That
record.
song, I did that song, oh my goodness, 10, 12 years ago. And it's interesting, the more you sing a song, the more it changes little nuances here and there and little licks here and there. And when I do that song now, I do it a little differently than the way
Oh,
I
is that
recorded
right?
it,
Is
yeah.
that right? It's interesting. All right, we got to take a little break. We'll be right back. I think we got news coming out from Fox, and then we'll be back, and we'll serious it up a little bit with Kevin Christian and Dr. Heidi Maier from the Marion County School System. Where's the music? Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Thank you.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers in both chambers set to try and find common ground on tax reform.
Now, the House and Senate tax reform bills have some big differences. Among them, the Senate bill cuts individual taxes only through 2025, plus repeals the individual mandate that Americans must buy health insurance under Obamacare.
Fox's Kelly Wright. Due in court today, the man accused in the death of a 3-year-old North Carolina girl, Mariah Woods. Earl Kimray is the live-in boyfriend of the girl's mother.
According to the arrest warrant, Kimray moved Mariah's body from the scene of her death and then secretly disposed of her body, having reason to know that Mariah did not die of natural causes. The FBI sorted through 95,000 pounds of trash and sent items to the FBI's headquarters in Quantico for further testing.
Fox's Brian Yennis. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Napa know-how. Screwdrivers are like socks. Somehow the one you need is always missing. Lucky for you, Napa has a 26-piece screwdriver set on sale for just $19.99. Get it to replace lost tools or upgrade your current set for your neighbor to borrow and never return. Again, 26 screwdrivers for just $19.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 12/31/17.
Hey girl, have you done something new with your scales? Using new moisturizer? Nice. It really brings out the hazel in your eyes. Oh, hold on. Are you using whitening strips too? Your fangs look good, girl. Really good.
A really charming snake charmer? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
Wait, what? Have you been doing Pilates too?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Ad Council.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Monday, comfortable with clouds and sun. There can be a shower along the coast, high 76 to 80. Partly cloudy and mild Monday night, lows in the mid to upper 50s. Inland, 65 along the coast. For Tuesday, sunshine and some clouds again. There may be a brief shower along the coast, the high 79 to 83. For Wednesday, times of clouds and sun with a chance of a shower at the coast, the high 77 on the coast, 84 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Here is your 30-second news brief. A 22-year-old man died in a two-vehicle accident on State Road 200 yesterday at the intersection of Southwest 66th Street. Orange County deputies are searching for a man seen pointing a gun at his girlfriend in a Facebook video. A 75-year-old Micanopy woman officials are calling a cult leader has been arrested in Georgia, charged with murder. And an opossum that got drunk after breaking into a Florida liquor store sobered up at a wildlife rescue center and was released unharmed. And that is your news brief from The Source.
I'm Jennifer, the Executive Director of Palm Garden, and I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
I'm Marianne, the Director of Clinical Services, and my staff and I will ensure that the needs of all our residents are met.
I'm Nadia, the Director of Guest Services, and I will be fluffing pillows for our new guests staying with us over the holidays.
I'm Crystal, also from Palm Garden, and I hope each of you have a blessed Christmas as we celebrate the Savior's birth.
Merry Christmas from Palm Garden!
What are you getting into?
Oh, hey, Joe, look at these cool toys.
Some nice things. A doll? A baseball bat? Hey, what's this?
Oh, that's a translator.
A translator?
Yeah, Chinese, Japanese, even Ocala-ese.
Ocala-ese?
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay, translator. Translate ice skating rink.
The translation of ice skating rink in Ocala-ese is large white sheet of plastic.
Oh, that's good. Translate winter.
Winter in Ocala-ese is 2 days in January.
Isn't this a great toy?
Okay, translator. Translate Santa Claus.
The translation of Santa Claus in Ocala-ese is WOCA listeners.
That's right, WOCA listeners. You've done it before, and we're asking for your help again.
Just bring a new or gently used toy to the WOCA studios in the Paddock Mall, and we'll put it under our Christmas tree.
Then, on December 15th, all the toys will be picked up by Florida Kids Helping Kids.
WOCA listeners truly are Santa Claus.
Hey guys, looking for something unique? Then try TripAdvisor's #1, the Gypsy Gold Farm Tour. What's so special? Your 2-hour tour begins with one of the most unique stories in the annals of equine history and continues with a walk to meet historical gypsy vanner, horses, and more. Photo opportunities and a gift shop await your holiday visit. Tours are every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon. Only $20 per person. Children 5 years old and under are free. Book now at gypsygold.com.
only 7 minutes before 8 o'clock. Captain Christian is in the studio, and Dr. Heidi Maier is in the studio. We're talking to them about what's going on at the schools. Before we do anything that seems serious, can I ask you guys something?
Certainly, it's your show.
What is your favorite holiday, Christmas holiday, food or drink that you don't normally eat or drink any other time of the year? Is there anything that comes to mind?
My mom has this old family recipe for punch. It's non-alcoholic, Larry, so.
Is it only on
we only do it at Christmas.
Christmas Day, not the Christmas season?
Well, Christmas Eve. That's when my family celebrates Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And so, sometimes she'll freeze the ice in the Jell-O mold, and then you put it in the punch, and then you put sherbet on top of that.
Oh, that
sounds
and
delicious.
It always, our family always drinks the last drop.
I bet they do.
That does sound good.
We only do it at Christmas.
That does sound good.
Special.
Doctor?
Oh, gosh.
I call you doctor on the air. Heidi off the air, doctor on the air.
I don't, it's not so much the food, but it's just everything tastes better anyway when it's Christmas and you're with family, and it's the spirit and just feeling the magic of Christmas.
Nothing comes to mind, huh?
Yeah, and I was divorced a few years ago, so it's kind of a transition. It was kind of a transition there with the family, but to have my son who's 20 now, and he comes home from college, and he and I still stay up Christmas Eve and watch the lights.
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, so it's that kind of feeling. So it really doesn't matter. Like what we're
Isn't it
just
kind of
singing
pretty
together.
at night with the lights on? Don't you love that?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
And just being with him on Christmas Eve, and that's the best.
That is what it's all about. Yeah.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever gone downtown when the lights are up and laid on the ground and looked up?
Oh.
No.
You got to do that.
Have you done that?
Yes.
Are there photos of this?
There could
I'm
be.
going to do it.
Seriously, I mean, it's just a
gonna
whole
do
different
it.
perspective because we look at it and it's not necessarily three-dimensional. But when you look up and you see the different layers,
I have looked
it's
up.
really,
though.
really
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know that I've laid down,
Really
but
cool.
I have looked up.
Yeah.
Laying
Yeah.
down would be the best. I'm
Yes,
going to do
absolutely.
that now.
It's just
I
really
never
cool.
thought about that. Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So what is your beverage of choice while you're doing the parade? While you're
Water
Who's
or hot
who's your
chocolate.
co-host, by the way?
Teresa Boston Ellis and Suzanne McGuire, both of those
oh,
ladies
nice.
are with the school district, and they hosted last year with me. And
Nice. Where are you going to be that day?
Oh, we're on a float.
Oh, you're on a float.
Yeah, the school board members were invited, and we've got most of them with us, and then the deputies and I, and we'll be on the float. Environmental Express is doing the float again for us this year, and so we're excited.
Are you going to be singing?
Nice.
No, I'm not. Well,
Lip
lip sync.
syncing?
I may sing.
Karaoke.
I may sing.
You should do something like that.
That I don't know about the singing. The lip syncing, yes, I can do that.
This is the problem, Kevin, with you doing the emceeing. You could be on a float singing.
it would be fun to be in
Like
the
in
parade.
Macy's.
It would be
That's
fun.
the only
But I really
problem.
enjoy commentating the parade.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
a lot of fun.
And we enjoy you doing it.
a lot of fun.
But it's kind of like, how do you do that? Could you do the float like just down to the stands and then
No.
hop off like a block before?
No, because you have to remember the broadcast area is just a very short distance, maybe 300 yards, maybe 400 yards, where it's lit. Because it's a nighttime parade, so you don't see the floats until they come into that lit area for television. And then that's about halfway through the parade route, so you still have 30,000 people to go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Where are you guys stationed?
We're going to be at the funeral home.
Get the pun?
Yeah,
Station.
Station.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
be at Hire's back.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
thank-
that's a good vantage point.
It
Yeah,
really
it's-
is.
Yeah.
It really is a good place. Yeah. Nice cover too when it
Yes.
rains, but it won't rain this Saturday.
It's going to be
It's gonna be
down
nice and
cold.
cold, but not rainy,
I
right?
bought a sweatshirt.
not rainy.
Oh, good.
Not rainy.
Have you ever seen snow in Ocala?
I have.
Yeah. Do you remember when it was?
About 4 or 5 years ago at my house.
Oh, you
I
did?
have pictures of it.
Really?
Nice.
I don't
Yeah,
remember that. Really?
I remember that. And then it was Christmas of '99, wasn't it? Christmas of '99.
I think so, yeah.
And they were shutting down the interstates and everything. Yes, because things were freezing.
So I
Everything was
remember,
icy,
I
the
remember
bridges and things.
snow coming down like it does up north. I know this is gonna sound forever. 1976. I swear, I saw.
Crickets.
I know. It was the bicentennial. I was working nights and I was heading home. I was at the interstate and I said, "Holy cow! It's like snowing like it does up north." And,
Wow.
yeah.
Like peppering down, like just big flakes.
Just like yeah, big flakes, but nothing stuck. You know, just anyway. All right, so let's dive into this stuff.
All right.
What did you send me? Let's see. Robin has my notes here. You want to talk about the Christmas break? Ooh, that's a good one. well, that's not the first, though. What is the first thing? The local textbook adoption process. Okay, let's do that. That's serious. How's that going?
Awesome.
Yeah?
Awesome. We had
What was
last
decided?
last Monday, the committees came together and did their final vote. So that list now, we meet, there's a group of us meeting tomorrow, and then we'll pull together the final list that will be presented to the school board in the new year, and they will vote on the recommendations of the committee. And again, it was, what a great process, the first school district ever in Florida to do it. And local control, again, it's all about bringing local control back to the schools. The school board members, remember, they appointed members to the voting committee from the community. I appointed teachers and parents, and together they met for weeks and went over this curricula.
There was a news bite this morning. Let me play it for you. If I just apologize for not having it ready, but I just thought about it. Oh my gosh, no, I can't remember what the website is. Usually when you put the first few letters, it comes up. Never mind. I'll just tell you what it was. It was kind of concern, I guess, by our legislators as to how this is going to go. With the public having input on the books. I don't know if you heard the news, but it's in my news.
I heard that.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Okay. So my question to you is, now that we've done it, will the rest of the state be looking to Marion County to kind of say, oh, yeah, we can do that now? They've done it. Like, once you've done something, then people are a little bit more comfortable about doing it themselves.
Well, Crystal Sismar, who has been organizing this initiative for us at the district level, she has gotten calls from other districts wanting to know how we did it and how it went. So perhaps other districts will, but we're certainly happy to share what we did. And it's an evolving process as we are creating the baseline for future initiatives. So,
Anything you would do different next year? I got this from the media festival. I love that question. Is there anything you would do different if you did it again next year? And you probably will.
And that's part of our discussion tomorrow morning as we debrief over the process. And they've said, yes, there were some minor things, but again, to be creating this process, I'm so proud of our district team who pulled this all together. It's been amazing, and they have been so on top of statutes and protocol and the legal side of it. I'm just very proud of them.
And I will tell you, from a PR point of view, this story has garnered a ton of media interest.
I bet it
Not
has.
just locally, but
Yeah, because you know why? Because there's those people who say the average person doesn't know, and they shouldn't be involved. And then there's the other side of the coin that says, no, the average person should be a part of this.
Absolutely.
That's what America is about.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Yeah.
And see, I think you discredit our community when you suggest that. They do know. They know what community values. They do know what's important to them. And so our district folks are there to help with understanding the standards and what the Florida standards say and that side of the house. But then the community does need to come in and have a voice.
So let me give you a for instance and ask you how you would handle this. So let's say you're at a meeting with parents, 6 months from now, and one of the parents stands up and says, okay, I'm holding the history book. How come you're not teaching about fill in the blank? Do you say to them, well, next year, make sure you're part of the process?
No, I would need to know more about what was in the blank. Because perhaps it's not taught in that grade level. And that's some of the misconceptions that are out there, that if we're not teaching a certain thing to a certain student, we just don't teach it at all. But it may be that it's taught in another grade or something like that, or it's phrased differently. But so that's where our district folks come in, and they help with the community understanding the standards and where things are taught.
Well, that's a good answer. I love those earrings, by the way. Pretty earrings.
They're pink. There's a little pink
They're
in them.
pretty.
Yeah,
Is that
thanks.
pink? Is that called rose gold? Robin, can
Yes,
you
with the-
my eyeglasses aren't that
I'm
good.
trying to get those ears too from Disney. The rose gold.
Oh,
Rose
yes.
gold ears, yes.
Oh, have
Yeah,
you seen?
those
Have you
are,
seen these? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not common.
They're pretty though. I did see them. We went to Disney Springs and saw them. Right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
Okay. So let me go to the Facebook thing, because can you address this? Let's see. Somebody wrote, Marsha King wrote, been hearing a lot about your views of being against charter schools. I don't know much about the whole thing, but could you explain why you seem to be against them? Do you feel they are bad for some reason? So what's your response to that? And I know you did on Facebook, but...
I'm not against them, and my public comments reflect that. I am for choice. I am for what's best for kids. I am for local control. And we have numerous charter schools here locally, performing at varying degrees of success, but we support them. They're members of our family, and we have outreach to them, and they are, some of them take advantage of our professional development, and some don't, and that's their choice. But it's all about local control. What I don't favor is somebody coming in and trying to make a buck off our kids. And my job is to make the best decisions for our kids. What's best for kids is not always what is the most convenient for adults. And so that is where I draw the line.
And I was hoping when I read that we didn't in some way contribute to a misunderstanding of your position on it. Because when we talked about it once before, I think not speaking for Robin, but just for myself, I was a little bit unsure what even a charter school was. And so maybe my questioning what it was, maybe it was misconstrued as you being against it. I don't know. I just hope we didn't do that.
Well, charter schools, it's a big hot topic right now throughout the state of Florida and across the country, but especially here in Florida. You talk with anything dealing with the Florida legislature, charter schools is attached to that somehow, some way. Mm-hmm. And charter schools are public schools. That's a misconception too. People think they're private schools with tuition-based approaches, and that's not true. Charter schools are public schools operated with public tax dollars, normally by private entities who have a contract with a local school board to operate that school so that it offers something different than what the public schools offer. And that's the key, is that charter schools are supposed to offer something different than what's already out there.
Very good. Okay, on your notes, we'll talk about the Christmas parade again, because I know we did this.
Okay.
But let me hold that one till the end, so we can have some fun with that one. And the Christmas break, let's hold that to the end. What is the literary ecosystem? What is that?
Oh, that's Marion.
Oh,
Marion. Yeah, that's what I say.
Bunch of
Marion.
happy.
What is that?
That's a big bunch of happy right there.
What does that
So
mean?
Marion is a literacy initiative that we implemented September-ish, and what it is an online database of literally thousands of books. I keep saying there's everything from Pete the Cat to Shakespeare available on Marion, and so our students have access literally to thousands of books on any mobile device, and they also can print the book. So teachers are using this in the classroom.
Really?
Yes, there's everything from informational text, again, to storybooks and novels on Marion. And so these are free for students to use. So it's like they have their own Kindle with just thousands of books that they can access at any time. So again, they can do that. Our teachers can use it for instruction, and instead of it being a computer program where you read a simple book, you answer some simple questions, and you earn trinkets or points or whatever. This instead allows us at the district level. We can track what books these kids are reading. We can see when they move the mouse or click what words they don't understand or where they're going back. So we're getting all sorts of data on our kids' reading levels, so it's fabulous that way. And the questions that the students answer after they read the stories are high-level questions, so we're truly able to gauge their comprehension as well as writing. Marion has a writing response question to it. So we're encouraging kids to write, and we're also being able to track that data on their writing as well. But bottom line, besides the questioning, is the fact that we are providing literally thousands of books to these kids that they can have at their fingertips. And all they have to do is log in through their student portal with their login, and all the books are right there. And so, I mean, what greater gift to give a child than to have access to books?
That
it's
is
just
awesome.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So how do they, what kind of guidance do they get to figure out which books? When you have that many books, a lot of times you don't know where to go, where to start.
Right. Well, of course, the teacher will be the one to guide, but also the parents, because since the child can log in on any device, on any computer or phone, that the parent can be there to help with the child select a book, and also the teacher's giving guidance on how the students can choose a book that best suits their needs. And it's not just reading level or Lexi level; it's what speaks to them and what they want to read.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is it like for the modern student, I guess? They don't have books anymore. I mean, physical books.
Oh, sure we do. Sure we do. And our libraries are a priority, as well as our partnership with the public library system. But to meet the needs of today's students, to have access, again, on the computer for them to use, like an e-reader, but also, remember, they can print if they wish, which would be, I guess, a lot of paper, but the option is there. Yeah, right. Or perhaps they want to read some of it on the computer and then have the hard copy book, too. I still like the actual books. I need to hold and touch. And
one of the problems I had when I was a student, and I still have it today, is I'll be reading something and I will have no clue. Like you said, the definition of a word. I might know the definition, but I don't know that I always know how to pronounce it. So I'll pronounce it in my head, especially when it's a name of a person. It's like, oh my gosh, there's a crazy name, but there's an easy pronunciation, and I like that feature in some of the newer technology where you say, well, how do you say this? Boom, oh, it's Smith. Oh, okay, that's Smith with a P and an S.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be Pie Smith. Sorry, I just made that up. All right. Go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
And that's really amazing because when you get all of this data from the students, everything is kept confidential.
Oh, absolutely.
And that way the teachers can teach it to everyone.
Right, and we're able to see where we're having gaps and where our students are succeeding. And we've got a lot of success stories happening in our school system. So
that's marvelous.
Community Conversations 2. Tell me about that.
That's a series of meetings where Dr. Maier and both deputy superintendents and key leaders from the district level go out into the community and simply have conversations with them. It's at a convenient date and time and location, strategic throughout the entire district, so people don't have to drive to the other side of the county to be part of it. And we had our first series last January and really enjoyed a lot of interaction, very personal interaction with people. You know, it gives them the opportunity to ask whatever question they want. Most of the time, that question is able to be addressed right there. Sometimes, if it's more specific about a specific student, then obviously you don't want to protect that student's privacy. You want to have that conversation in a private setting. That can be done that night, just kind of not in the limelight, if you will. But it gives our community the opportunity to interact with the people who are leading our district, and that's the whole point of it. You know, it's not that people are up in a Taj Mahal somewhere and they're untouchable. Our staff and our leaders are out there every day in our schools, and we want our parents involved in our schools as well. So this is an opportunity to kind of mesh all of that together.
One of the things we didn't have the luxury of even knowing about was the fact that a student in my day, which was, I already told you I saw snow in 1976. But in my day, you had a couple different ways to learn. Now you can look at videos and learn, and so there's this new opportunity for somebody who can't learn by reading to learn by watching. And Kevin, that whole media thing you do shows how Marion County is on.
Well, when is the last time you watched YouTube to learn how to do something?
All the time.
Like 2 days ago?
All the time. Yes.
Yeah. Me too.
And and I was pretty good at learning from reading, but I may have been in that borderline category. Right. I think watching but I guess what I'm getting at is once upon a time, and going back to my ears, the kid who couldn't learn academically from reading ended up
somewhere else.
Like fixing cars or something like that, or building houses. Not that there's anything wrong with those careers, but maybe they didn't want to. Maybe it was just what they had to. And now you can teach, and what I love about the reading program you were just describing, Dr. Maier, is that you can kind of just stop and without a teacher in the room, click on a thing and say, now I get what that word means. Because a lot of times that'll jade you. If you're reading like the Bible, if you're reading the Bible, it goes, holy cow, how do you say these names? And all of a sudden you don't even want to read it anymore because it's just too confusing.
Well, and you touched on something very important there that I'd like to go back to, and that's where you said about those in other professions and not having to read, like mechanics or HVAC repair people, but they do read. They have to read to be successful. But what they read and how they read is a little different than typical reading reading instruction in our schools. And that's where it goes back to what I was saying earlier about how our district is providing choice options for so many of our students. Our students, everybody has to read to be successful. You just have to. Look at what you were reading this morning, and you say you weren't a good reader, but look how fluently you read. So somewhere, somehow...
I'm a robot.
Yeah, no, you hooked into it, but you hooked into it and you found your niche. And so that's what we're doing, is we're helping these students find their niche, and then we are teaching to their modalities and teaching to their strengths and providing them with opportunities within those strengths to be academically successful. So in our school system, we continue to provide so many choice options. We're expanding our vocational programs next year. At North Marion High, we are going to be developing and helping
Gaming and mobile app development.
The kids are going to be doing apps. It's going to be iPhone apps. I'm so excited.
Wow, that is exciting.
Yes, so, but they have to read to do it. But how they read and how they view reading and the structure of the text they'll need to read, is much different than somebody taking AP English Lit or something like that. So again, it's just providing opportunities for these students to be successful and teaching to their modalities. And it's just an exciting time in our school system.
So I have a question about the app. Making an app. Is it the same thing like when we see the student media, we'll see a video, and then you'll see the kids who win the awards, and there's like 20 kids. It's like there's a big team behind what you just looked at, even though you saw maybe one or two kids in the video itself. Is it the same thing with an app? Do you have like a team of people putting apps and gaming things together?
I think you'll have both approaches. You'll have multiple people involved in a project, and you might have a student who's just really got it together and they're with it and they're anxious and ready to go, and they go and develop it themselves.
Is that the next category of the media awards? Is that the next category?
I don't know. It might be.
That could be in the future, right?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, you have to get younger judges.
The whole key is to get the student excited and involved. The analogy I use is when you go to the doctor's office, you read whatever's there. Whatever's on the table, whatever magazine's there,
recipes.
Versus going to the newsstand and picking out whatever you want to read. You know, it's all right there.
That's a great analogy.
That is a good analogy. Okay, we only have 3 minutes. The parade and the time off for the kids in the schools, the vacation, when does that start?
The 19th, at the end of the day on the December 19th, which is a full day of instruction. Every instructional minute counts. But at the end of that day, our break begins.
And then teachers come back on January 2nd, and I believe students are back on the 3rd.
And is it the full day because of the hurricane? You have to make up some time?
We do have to make up some time from the hurricanes. Traditionally, there's been how do I want to say it, a soft approach to that day and kind of making that an early release day. But because of all the time we missed during the hurricane, we really have to make up that time. The state holds us accountable, so we have to have that time in the classroom.
And the students are hungry for that time too, because they want to learn, they want to interact, they want to move forward and get everything together for their college or whatever profession.
Students love break time, but they also love routine.
Yeah, exactly. Very important.
Is Hanukkah represented in the parade, by the way?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
On December 12th, it's the first night of Hanukkah.
Oh, is that right? Are you Jewish?
I am not.
I didn't know.
But no,
She always promotes the Jewish faith.
Yeah, we did.
Hanukkah.
We did too.
Yes,
We did too.
absolutely.
We try to bring everybody in here to teach us about it.
Great respect for it.
It's the one
Rabbi
thing.
Hecht will be here the 11th, so.
Oh, I'm a fan of his, yes.
He's an awesome guy.
So everybody come out to the parade.
We'll see you on TV.
Great opportunity.
Unless we're close enough to see you in person.
Okay. I'll yell real loud.
And I'll look for you. Good.
Thank you both. Thank you for what you
Thank
do.
you.
And we won't see you till after Christmas, right?
So Merry Christmas
Merry
to both of
Christmas.
you.
And Happy New Year. Right?
God bless us, everyone. I love it.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president throws his support behind Alabama Republican Roy Moore in the race for Senate. Tweeting this morning, we need his vote on stopping crime, illegal immigration, border wall, military, pro-life, and so on. This after the top Republican in the Senate weighed in.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said on ABC's This Week, the choice is not up to Washington.
We're going to let the people of Alabama decide a week from Tuesday who they want to send to the Senate.
McConnell says he believes the women who have accused Moore of sexual misconduct, and the Senate Ethics Committee stands at the ready to take a closer look.
Fox Radio's Bernal Scott. North Korea calling it a grave provocation as the U.S. and South Korea carry out joint military exercises.
It's a drill that takes place every year around this time.